Okay, welcome. This is James Possible, and in this audio, I'm going to simply introduce you to my new podcast, The Wealth Warriors Revolution. It's part of my program, The Wealth Slaying Warriors. Generational wealth, going from powerless to powerful, right? So to go from powerless to powerful, you have to understand wealth, more specifically generational wealth. And this is going to be something I discuss in the podcast. Now, I have a Facebook group, and that's part of what I was sharing with you was the Wealth Slaying Warriors. And if you want to find out more about that, you're free to join. And it's www.startslaying.com. So START slaying, SLAYING.com. So that'll take you right to the Facebook group. Again, you're welcome to sign up if you want to find out more about me and about the program as well. Now, on this podcast, my intention is to break down different aspects of money and wealth and financial freedom. So before I go much deeper with that, let's talk about what those things, how I look at those things. Because I really feel like I look at those things differently from much of what's out there. So you cannot have freedom, right? So you cannot have freedom without power. You cannot have power without wealth. And you cannot have wealth without an unshakable financial foundation. And I want to be clear about that. Even though you might have money in the bank, a money market account in your safe deposit box, I have clients and friends that have money in all different places. That's not wealth. And I just want to be really, really clear. That's money. It's nothing more than money. It is not wealth. Now, here's the thing with what I shared. If you try to create freedom before you create power, it's not going to work. You might have moments that it works, but it's not sustainable. You'll be challenged in a lot of different ways. If you try to create power before wealth, guess what? Same thing. You might have moments where you do have that power, right? Because you might get a false sense of power from actually having money in the bank. So that might give you a false sense of power where you feel that you do have freedom. And you very well may have it. But again, without having an unshakable financial foundation, there is no wealth. Wealth is your foundation. It's like on a house. The quality of your foundation, the quality of the soil that you build your foundation on, or the ground, or the rocks, the bedrock, will determine the longevity of the house, how well it will stand the test of time. And in wealth, it's the same thing. It's no different. So my point is, if they are built in any other order, there will be no financial security. If there is a sense of financial security, it will be a false sense of financial security, and there will be much at risk. So wealth is my passion. Money is, all things money is my passion. Financial freedom is my passion. People are my passion. That's why I'm doing this. Today we have this enormous wealth gap, and I want to close that gap. I want to take responsibility for changing the bottom of the wealth in America. I want to see it start to rise so we can return power to the people instead of all these power brokers who don't care about us, that are just taking. And so who am I? Well, I have a background in IT and technology. I've been a developer for a very long time. I've been in the IT business probably a couple decades, so 20 years or so, something like that. And I've been self-employed, right? And I didn't get it right. So I learned some hard lessons when it came to money. And wealth was never a thought in my mind. And learning those lessons late in the game only makes me realize how much it cost me and my family. And that's what this podcast is all about. If you do not understand wealth, if you are not thinking about wealth, if all you are focused on is income, making more money, you have a job, you have a gig, you're working a couple different gigs, right? Side gigs and stuff. And all you're thinking about, more money, more money, more money. But you don't get wealth. You don't understand the relationship between the two. You don't know how to take that and apply it to your life in a way that gives you a future financially. It's all that energy and all that time you're putting into it is going to be so costly and unfortunate, because more money isn't going to get you there. Not unless you understand wealth, the principles of wealth, not what we are taught. Well, let me say it this way. We're not really educated. We're indoctrinated into the system of money that we have in America today. So we are indoctrinated. So we are introduced to a system, a monetary system, and said, this is how you play the game. Even though they never really tell you the rules of the game. They just simply say, this is the game you are allowed to play. But they never tell you what to do with it to change your life financially. That's what I want to change. So I want to close the wealth gap. I want to end the debt cycle. I want to keep you safe from the predatory giants that are out there, that all they want is your money. And their systems that they've created are all designed to do that, extract money from you effortlessly. So I want to show you, I want to talk about how you can protect you, how you can begin to build this unshakable financial foundation, and then move from wealth to power, and from power to freedom. So I'm James Possible. This is the Wealth Warriors Revolution podcast. If you want to join my Facebook group, go to www.startslaying.com. I will see you or hear you on the first podcast. And if you have questions and things, I will work all that out at some point. But for now, just thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I look forward to sharing with you.